Hey guys, this is your video for the reflection. So as you are writing your reflection consists of three major points. It's at the end of your lesson plan template. So your reflection is these three major points, in which how effective the lesson was, and then you're going to talk about objective attainment, lesson engagement, procedure, and assessment. What adjustment would you make for the next time, and then why, and then how did you collaborate with your mentor teacher when preparing the lesson, and specific examples. So let me talk about how to score the most on the rubric for your reflection. For your reflection, there are three major things to think about. First, you have to, when you are talking about your future planning, you have to think about how your behaviors, teaching behaviors, impact student learning. So when I make an adjustment, for example, the adjustment the next time I make would be ask better questions. Well, why would I make this adjustment? Because the questioning that I had did not elicit out the responses that I was hoping students would give. Okay, so you are talking about teaching behaviors that would impact student learning, and you have to cite at least three of them over here. Okay? Here, when you talk about effectiveness of the lesson, look at the degree and think about how effective was the procedure okay, the engagement okay. But this is an important part where you are reflecting on what adjustments you would make. Now, when I make the adjustments, I'm not only thinking about short-term goals, I am also thinking about long-term goals. So you are thinking about that not only what I'm going to do for the next lesson, but what do I do for the future? So long-term goals would be like doing professional development, attending workshops, attending webinars, seminars, reading articles on that concept, those things. Okay. So first, how does teaching behavior impact student learning? Second, include professional development. That is your long-term goals. And then the third is to be specific. When you talk about collaboration, give specific ideas that your mentor teacher did with you. She gave you resources, she gave you teaks, she observed you, she talked about special accommodations, things like that. Effectiveness also gave, the lesson was very effective. Well, why do you think the lesson was effective? 9 out of 14 kids were engaged. I attained, the students were able to get to 100% degree instead of even 80% that was there. The assessment, what do they show you? So those are the three things to be very careful about as you write your reflection. Teaching behaviors that impact student learning, professional development, long-term goals, and then being specific as you answer your reflection. So how is the reflection graded? So if you go back and you look at the lesson plan rubric, this is where the reflection is counted in this row. And then you see, if you do not have professional development, I cannot give you a full grade on it. If you have not looked at teaching behavior that contributes to student learning, you cannot get this and you get bumped down. So those are the reasons. And then the reflection is also counted towards your observation. And so if you look at here, over here, this is where the reflection is counted towards the observation. And that is the same thing. You have to have both short-term and long-term goals with being specific about the reflection. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. All right.